Hello everyone, and welcome back to Family Tree Support, where we explore the tools that help you discover and understand your family history. If you've tested your DNA with Ancestry or 23andMe, you might have noticed some recent changes to your ethnicity results. Both companies have rolled out major updates to their ancestral region breakdowns. But which one is actually better? Which gives you more accurate insights into your heritage? And is it worth comparing both? In today's video, we'll look at the latest ethnicity updates, explore what's new on each platform, and I'll share my experience as a genealogist who's worked with both. So grab your cup of tea or your family tree, and let's dive in. Segment 1: Understanding Ethnicity Estimates. Before we jump into what's new, let's quickly remind ourselves what an ethnicity estimate actually is. When you take a DNA test, your results are compared against reference samples from different populations around the world. The company's algorithm tries to find which populations your DNA most closely matches, then gives you percentages for each region. Sounds simple, but here's the key point. These are estimates, not absolute facts. The accuracy depends on how many reference samples a company has, how diverse those samples are, and how the algorithm defines regional boundaries. So when you see your ancestry breakdown, say 40% Irish, 20% Scandinavian, it's a statistical estimate that improves over time as databases grow. That's why ethnicity results change with updates. It's the science catching up with more data. Segment 2: What's new in AncestryDNA? Let's start with AncestryDNA. In their biggest ethnicity update yet, Ancestry rolled out major changes in late 2024 and early 2025. Here's what's new. They added 24 new ancestral regions and over 50 new subregions, especially across Europe, Asia, and Africa. The feature ethnicity estimate is now called ancestral regions, and DNA communities are renamed as journeys, offering more historical migration context. Their reference panel has expanded significantly, meaning more precise assignments for your results. What this means in practice: your British or Irish ancestry might now appear as smaller, more specific regions. For example, instead of just England and Northwestern Europe, you might see Northern England or Southern Scotland. And for those with ancestry in Africa or Asia, new regions could reveal previously missing layers of heritage. However, more detail doesn't always mean more accuracy for your specific tree. The results still depend on how strong the reference data is for your region. So, if your percentages look different today, don't panic. It just means the science has improved and your ancestry story is being refined. Segment 3: What's new in 23andMe? Now, let's turn to 23andMe. They've made some ambitious claims lately, expanding their ancestry composition feature to cover over 4,000 regions, ethno-linguistic, and cultural groups worldwide. That's a huge jump from earlier versions. They've added new genetic groups in East Asia, including China, Korea, and Mongolia, and in Eastern Europe, such as Belarus, Moldova, and Ukraine. This is great news if your heritage includes those areas. You'll likely see more precise results. However, many users report that while 23andMe advertises thousands of regions, most people still see relatively broad categories in their results. So while the update is scientifically impressive, the visible changes may depend heavily on where your ancestors are from. Another thing to note: 23andMe tends to update ethnicity results less frequently than Ancestry. Some users haven't seen major updates in years, especially those using older DNA chip versions. And unless you're on the latest testing kit or subscribe to their premium tier, you might not get all the new features. Still, 23andMe remains an excellent platform for exploring deep ancestry and genetic science, especially if you're interested in the global and biological side of your heritage. Segment 4: Side-by-side comparison. Which is better for genealogists? Now that we've looked at both, let's compare AncestryDNA and 23andMe side by side. and decide which one is better for genealogy research. First, granularity. Ancestry added 24 new regions and dozens of subregions, giving users finer detail, especially across Europe and Africa. 23andMe claims 4,000+ regions, but in practice, most users see fewer changes unless they have ancestry in East Asia or Eastern Europe. So for most people, Ancestry's update feels more noticeable and accessible. Next, update frequency. Ancestry rolls out updates regularly and announces them clearly. You'll usually see a message saying, "Your ethnicity estimate has been updated." 23andMe updates less often and isn't always transparent about when or why changes occur. When it comes to research value, Ancestry wins again for genealogists. That's because its ethnicity results connect directly to your family tree, your DNA matches, and historical records, making it part of a complete research ecosystem. 23andMe's Ancestry tools are solid, but the platform leans more toward health and genetics than historical research. For usability, Ancestry's interface feels more natural for anyone building a tree or exploring family lines. 23andMe is cleaner visually, but less focused on genealogical connections. Both have caveats. On Ancestry, your percentages can shift dramatically after updates. Don't be alarmed. It's just new data recalibration. On 23andMe, access to the latest detail may require chip upgrades or premium features. So, as a genealogist who's worked extensively on both platforms, my verdict is this. AncestryDNA currently offers the best experience for family history research. Its regular updates, improved subregions, and integration with record hints make it the better practical tool. But if your roots trace to East Asia, Eastern Europe, or unique global populations, 23andMe's expanded regions may give you insights that Ancestry can't yet match. In short, Ancestry is stronger for genealogical research, while 23andMe is stronger for genetic exploration. If you can afford both, testing with both will give you the most complete picture of your ancestry. Segment 5, is it worth comparing both? So, is it worth comparing both platforms? Yes, absolutely. Each company uses different reference populations and algorithms. By comparing your results side by side, you'll often see subtle differences that help you understand your heritage more deeply. For example, Ancestry might show southern Italy, while 23andMe narrows it to Calabria or Sicily. Both are clues that can guide your document-based research. Just remember, ethnicity results are tools, not final answers. They should complement your traditional genealogy work, census records, birth and death certificates, and family interviews. Segment 6, my genealogist's advice. Here's what I recommend. Check your updated results on both sites and note any changes in region names or percentages. Take screenshots for comparison. This helps you track changes over time. Compare your results directly. List each region from both platforms side by side. Use these differences as research clues, not proof. Always note which version of the update you're looking at. Ancestry 2024 or 23andMe 2025, for example. And above all, never base your entire family history on DNA alone. Use it as a guide alongside good research practices. So what do you think? Have your Ancestry or 23andMe results changed recently? Did the new regions make your family story clearer or more confusing? I'd love to hear about your experience, so share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our channel membership so we can keep creating detailed, educational videos like this one. Until next time, I'm Andy from Family Tree Support, helping you discover your story one ancestor at a time. Thanks for watching, and happy researching.